Thank you for joining us on the third Sunday of Advent. A new phenomenon has hit the streets, or should I say, the skies. Drone art. Have you seen it? Recently, artists and advertisers have found a way to combine drones and creativity, using computers to program drones to fly in unique formations, creating stunning art displays in the skies. Newcastle United, one of the big-name football clubs in the UK, recently featured an amazing drone show over their stadium to mark the club's first ever game in the Champions League. Pictures were amazing, and I can imagine all eyes on the heavens.
Whilst not wishing to play down Newcastle United's creativity, they are more than 2,000 years behind the first heavenly light show. We read about it in Luke's Gospel. Whereas Matthew's story of the Nativity features wise men, wealthy astrologers from the East, following a bright sky in order to find Jesus, Luke tells the story of ordinary people, actually poor and possibly even despised people.
Being a shepherd wasn't a glamorous life choice. If you've ever visited sheep in a zoo, you know they have a certain, aroma. And it's not a 9-to-5 job either. You can't leave sheep and nip off to church. So shepherds weren't often seen at the temple. So they're a pretty poor standing in Judaism, and many looked down on them. So isn't it amazing that the angel appeared first to them, and the glory of the Lord shone all around them?
Luke chapter 2 tells us that a great company of heavenly beings appeared with the angel to declare the glory of God and peace to those God favoured. It would not be an understatement that they were pretty shocked, and no surprise that they rushed off as quick as they could towards Bethlehem. I wonder who made the first move. Being a shepherd was often a family business, so it's likely youngsters would have been there with their fathers or their older brothers. It's interesting to think that children and young teenagers could have been among the first to hear the news of the birth of a Saviour.
They found Joseph and Mary, and they also found Jesus lying in a bed created in a manger, an animal's feeding trough. Having seen Jesus for themselves, they couldn't keep the news to themselves, spreading the news to everyone they met. With such an incredible story to tell, it's not at all surprising that the story spread quickly, and the news of Jesus' birth amazed all who heard it. I'm so grateful that Luke captured the story of ordinary people, and that for all time they will be remembered as the first worshippers. It's a precious record, and one that should encourage each of us.
The Christmas story is good news for all. That includes the person on the street, the lonely pensioner in a nursing home, the family struggling to make ends meet, and you and me. This Advent we encourage you to hear the Christmas story again and receive it with the same openness that the shepherds showed, and with the same eagerness to go and see. And having done so, in our everyday lives, may we mirror the shepherds in glorifying and praising God.